Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Episode 7. Episode 7, This Vet Cooks. I'm Dave Guerra. I'm the veteran, and I cook. Welcome. Good day, good evening, good morning, whenever you're watching this. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty, so this week we got we're gonna go old school. We're gonna go real simple because sometimes dinner doesn't have to be that elaborate. Sometimes it can be simple. Lunch does not have to be that elaborate. It can be quite simple, short of going and picking something up, right? But before we get started, hey, we're going to do our shots fired. And today's shots fired is a cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll. That's right. We've got a little cinnamon schnapps down there. We've got a little bit of cream soda, Cool Whip. And then just over the top, I don't know if you can see it, but just over the top, I'll show it here on the camera 2. There it is. Oops, on camera 2. There it is. Had to make sure. Camera 2. Alrighty, just to make sure, we just sprinkled on a little cinnamon. And so just pass one over there to my producer slash director, Mrs. This Vet Cooks. Go ahead, you're fine. You're not going to be in it. You don't show. She doesn't want to be on camera. She's camera shy. But anyway, so again, cheers to everyone. Cheers. Again, this is the cinnamon roll shot. So here we go. That was good. That cream soda really kicked down the schnapps. So, but the cinnamon on top and the whipped cream really sealed the deal. That really nice. That I'm not going to say it was a cinnamon roll, but if you could put cinnamon roll in a liquid form, that would be it. So again, cinnamon roll shot. That was Mrs. This Vet Cooks. She found the recipe. I like it a lot. I think we'll do this after the show, not during the show. We'll never get the show done. So before we get really going into this, again, thank you everyone who stopped by, everyone who watches, everyone who comments, everyone who likes, everyone who leaves their suggestions. Again, if you have a suggestion for a recipe, we've got several suggestions already, and one of them is lettuce wraps. I'm down with that one. We'll be doing lettuce wraps, and we've got some other stuff. So again, thank you for those of you that are following on Twitter at This Vet Cooks on Twitter. Those of us that are following on Facebook, that's facebook.com/This Vet Cooks, all one word. And on Instagram, This Vet Cooks. We're ramping up posting. Again, you got to start off slow and then you get your feel for it, you get your niche, and then you're off and running. And again, don't forget to visit the website, www.thisvetcooks.com. This Vet Cooks is all one word. Again, thank you. Huge shout out to everybody out there, again, who watches, likes, follows, subscribes, and everything. Thank you. All right, now that's enough of that. Let's get started. All right, well, welcome. Welcome, and again, thanks. So, what is this week? What's this week's recipe? This week, like I said, we're going to go a little old school. We're going to slow things down. Going to go a little bit easy on dinner, lunch. I don't think it's a breakfast unless you throw an egg on it, but other than that, what are we having? Well, we're having a hero sandwich, a hoagie, an Italian sandwich, a poor boy, a sub, Cuban sandwich, a grinder, a Zep. Never heard of that. Anybody ever heard of a Zep? Z-E-P, Zep. A submarine sandwich, a torpedo, a wedge, a bomber, a hero. That's right, we're having a sub sandwich. And a submarine sandwich is a large sandwich made of a long crusty roll, split lengthwise, and filled with meats and cheeses and tomato and onion and lettuce and condiments. Different names are used in different sections of the United States. So there we go. That's what we're having. And what are we including today? Well, here's what we've got. We've got the rolls. There we go. The long way. The rolls. There we go. We got that. Then we've got some lettuce. We're going to chop up some lettuce. I like it finely chopped. Other people like it just loose leaf kind of thing. And then some tomatoes. Nice red tomato there. And what else have we got? Those that like it, I like it. I didn't always like it, but then I started liking it. Spinach. So we're going to throw in some spinach on top of that. And then what else have we got? Well, for the bread, again, now it's up to you. Mayo, mustard, Miracle Whip, whatever you want. Whatever works for you, that's the answer. What else have we got? We're going to throw in some black olives. Then we're going to throw in some banana peppers. So we see I've already gone through some of these. And then we've been pickling stuff. We've been pickling cucumbers, and there'll be a video for that, or it should already be online. And we've been pickling some onions, some red onions. Man, those are fantastic. They don't take very long. It takes a couple of days. Let it sit in the brine, and off it goes. And then we're also we've got some peppers, some red bell peppers, and some garlic in there. So we've got that. And the topping, now again, it's up to you what you want to include. You know, I put a little salad dressing on top because basically that's what I'm making. I'm making a salad on top of bread with some meat and cheese. And what are some of the meats that we're having on hand today? We have some hard salami, and we have some pepperoni slices. Love a little bit of that. And then of course we've got the shaved mesquite smoked ham, and all of this is from our local HEB store. HEB. What else have we got? We've got some Swiss. Love some Swiss, and maybe a slice or two of Monterey Jack with jalapeno peppers, American cheese, Munster. Whatever works for you. You know, there's no set rule, and that's why we have such a wide variety, because there is no set rule. You know, my son didn't like black olives. Now they're in a sandwich, they're in everything he eats, and that's just the way it goes, because that's how things are. People change, things change. Anyway, so we're going to build that sandwich, and then at the end we're going to go ahead and serve it up, and we're going to have a little bit of the Kettle brand potato chips, and I'm having my favorite, sea salt and vinegar. So if you don't have high blood pressure, you will by the end of dinner. And what are we drinking today? We're drinking a little Shiner Ruby RedBird, all natural Ruby RedBird from Shiner, Texas. Shiner Bock, you probably heard of that. This is one of their specialty beers. So that's what we're having today. So again, shout out to everybody. My brother, his show, and my sister-in-law, their show together. Check it out. It's interesting where they're taking that show, and it's fun, and it's very nice, and it's informative. Check it out when you get a chance. And again, the show is Talking Shenanigans, and that is on the information, the link is on the show notes. So again, shout out, cheers, brother, cheers, sister. Ruby RedBird. Okay, you don't taste it. It's a little aftertaste. It's a little like ruby red grapefruit. It's very quick. It's not lasting. It's very quick to finish. So I like that in a beer that's doing that. That's trying to take that little extra step. So again, there we are. So let's start chopping up some stuff. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you do is you want to prep your bread. Now, some people like it all the way cut through, and some people don't like it all the way cut through. However, make sure you're using the appropriate tool. Find your center, and in this case, this serrated blade is giving us exactly what we need. And there it is, maybe a little bit more to open up. And that's kind of how they do it at that fast food subterranean restaurant that creates these types of submarine sandwiches. And there they go. So they don't cut all the way through like I did here. So now it's time to start building. All right, so there it is. Sped up. What's it? The miracle of modern technology. Took about 5 minutes to do it because we were deliberate in what we were doing. But now you saw what I did at the end. I capped it. I put the cap on top of it. I put the top part of the bun. You let it sit. I know some people want it right here, right now, but you got to let it sit. There's a reason behind this. You got to start. You don't have a lot of time, but you got to have those juices melt, and they got to start working together, and they're going to start making something good, something very flavorful. You got to let it permeate through the bun and reach down into the salami, into the cheese, and I mean, it's not going to break the barrier of the cheese to the bottom slice, but hey, every little bit helps. So we're going to take a little bit of time here. We're going to let this sit for just a couple of minutes, and then we're going to continue on. Hey everyone, I want to share that number with you again. It's just that important. It is that important. We need it. We need that. We need to know that, hey, there's help a phone call away. Yeah, it might not be the help we believe we need, but you know what? Someone to listen to us. Sometimes that's all we really truly need. And so again, the veteran crisis line number is 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. When the automated attendant answers, just press that one. Just press it. It'll go to somebody. They'll answer. They'll ask you a couple of questions. I've said it before. They're trained to take your call, but there might be just something that what is unique to you and what's going on, and they'll be able to send you to the appropriate party. So again, don't hesitate. Make that call. It is that important. And just real quickly, I mean, that's pretty much it. Alrighty, well listen, back here on camera 2, you should be seeing my sandwich. I did let it sit there for a while. I cut it up. I did a slice. I got some sea salt and vinegar kettle chips, and again, there it is, ready to rock and roll. Like I said, anytime, it's your choosing. There's no preset deal. There's nothing that says that this is the way it has to be. This is just the way I do it, the way I like it, and open to suggestions. So if you have your own hoagie layout, your own grinder layout, your own Zep, whatever that is. I know what a Cuban is. Love Cuban. You know, it's that flat bread, the pressed bread, or the bread, the roll, the pork, the mustard, the pickles, some cheese. That's awesome. And po' boys, best po' boys I ever had were in Louisiana, New Orleans, Nolens. So if you ever get out there, or if you're from there, you know what I'm talking about. And trust me, folks, I've been around. And if you live in New Orleans, and I know some of you do, you say, oh, well, you know, what, you had one po' boy, you had them all. Yeah, but the problem is they're not from Louisiana. So that's the thing. You know, they're not from New Orleans. And the po' boys that, you know, these people try to pass off down here in South Texas are not the po' boys that I've had in New Orleans. So, listen, thanks for watching. I'm Dave Guerra. This Vet Cooks. This has been our Hoagies, Grinders, Submarine Sandwich episode. Hope you enjoy it. Go out there, make yourself one. And again, this Vet Cooks. Have a good one. Take care.